What is going on, everybody? It's Steven here and welcome back to another quadcopter review. And today we're going to have a look at the Huiying Toys, if I pronounce it correctly, the X6050. Well, the name is very strange, but you'll probably know that design. Just have a look at it. And, well, yes, that looks a lot like the Syma X5C-1, which I reviewed some months ago. And, well, I also think it's very similar, but yeah, the internals, they look a bit different. We'll have a look at that soon. And this is definitely a good entry-level quadcopter because it only retails for about $33 on lighttake.com. Link down below in the description, and yeah, they sell Chinese RC toys, and if you're into that, like quadcopters, planes or whatever, you can feel free to check them out, so I'll leave you the link down below. But well, why another quadcopter? Because I was a bit bored of the Syma X5C-1, but then I saw this one here and I did watch some reviews on YouTube. And they were saying that it flies actually more stable than the Syma X5C-1. I mean, it looks exactly the same, so first of all, I thought it's a rebrand. But if you check out the internals, then you will see it's actually different from the inside. So there's a different motherboard inside. It doesn't come with a camera, but except of that, it's looking like the Syma X5C-1. Anyway, we're going to compare them a little bit, because I was actually really happy with the X5C-1. It was very cheap, like $50. And yeah, this one here currently retails for $43, but it doesn't come with a camera, lacks of some features which you have on the Syma X5C-1. But all in all, a nice entry-level quadcopter, which we're going to check out today. So check out the link down below if interested, and now let's get started with the review. Alright guys, so let's have a look at the package and what you can find inside of the package. Here in the background you can see it, it's actually quite huge, but I did choose free shipping because, well, I didn't have to pay taxes or customs because the value is very low on that. Free shipping was really for free, and you know, it takes a bit longer, but it's not so expensive. And on a quadcopter I actually don't care, but with smartphones I'm actually, yeah, the guy who uses DHL because it's insured and you get it really fast. But well, that's about the quadcopter. It comes pre-assembled. That means the stands you can see here on the back side, they are pre-mounted. You don't have to do that. And let's have a quick look at the accessories here. Now, first of all, the user manual. So if that's your first quadcopter, you should probably have a look at the user manual. It explains pretty well on how to fly, like the left stick usually up and down, and you can also rotate the quadcopter with it. The right stick to go up, to go forward, back, left and right in the plane. And yeah, it basically explains all the axes and also how to do flips, because you just have to press one button and you can do flips, just like on the Syma X5C-1. But well, have a look at the user manual. Then also included, you'll find such plastic protection things for the fan blades, and they are really important if you're a noob, or actually not, because I crashed the quadcopter a lot, and you see I'm still using the first fan blades here, so nothing cracked. But if you fly indoors and you're a real noob, then probably, yeah, just install them. You just have to just screw them on here. You can see here 3 holes, and screws are included in a small bag, all along with a screwdriver, just a basic screwdriver, but with that tool you could just dismantle the whole quadcopter, so all the screws here are actually the same. And yeah, we have the battery right over here. And funny thing is, the battery, camera focus, it says it's a 600 milliamp hours battery. And I have here another battery pack from my helicopter, so from my chopper, and it says here 500 instead of 600, but the size is almost bigger, or actually the same. So I'm not really sure. It says here 3.7 volts, so that's also 3.7 volts. And it doesn't say anything about the discharge rate, probably 20 C or something, which is pretty common, I guess. And yeah, it's actually not really important what it says on the battery. It's important how much flight time you get. And let's talk about this. So it's 8 to 9 minutes when I fly usually. I try to keep it up in the air for the whole time. I had a counter and it was close to 9 minutes, so that's what you get with the stock battery. And I just tried to solder them together, so actually I will do that to get a bigger battery, and the quadcopter should definitely be able to lift off with them. Okay, then let's have a look at the USB cable here. So when you want to charge the battery, you're going to use that. It's a very simple charger, so it actually consists out of a USB connector. Here we have the charging circuit in there, and here we have the connector, so we can just quickly connect the battery to it. So there we go. You will see there's a red light now on the USB stick, whatever you call that thing. And it's flashing or it lights up all the time, but as long as it lights up, it's not fully charged. So you just wait, you connect it and you just wait until the light is off. That means the battery is fully charged. So it's not fully charged right now, but well, as you can see, that's a pretty easy solution, and you can charge it on the computer, which is probably a bit slow because the computer can only output 0.5 amps at one USB port, so probably use a phone charger or something like that. It's maybe faster, but I didn't dismantle that, so I don't know how the charging circuit looks from the inside. Then here we have some extra fan blades, and yeah, I have to say I'm using now the Syma X5C-1 for a very long time. And I crashed it really hard, and also this one here, but never one of those fan blades broke. So I actually now have, I don't know, 8 of them or something like that. And really, I'm not sure how you can destroy them, but those things, they are very stable. As you can see, I can bend them here like this and they go back in their original position. So really good things. So for the low price, this is definitely okay. Alright guys, so that should be everything which is included. Also here inside of the bag you can see some more screws. And what I probably would recommend is, it never happened to me, but those are not brushless motors. That means they could just burn down because not that good quality, and you can get replacement motors for only $2. And if you already order, then just order a couple of motors because they are very cheap. Then you can replace it and you don't have to, just play around with this and order from China once again if really something burns down. But I'm now using the Syma X5C-1 and this one for some time and nothing happened so far. But that's just my experience with them. Not sure. So please don't blame me if you just fly and you kill a motor, so I really can't tell. Alright, so let's have a look at the remote control. It's right over here. Now, the remote control is something which doesn't really impress me on that device because it doesn't come with an LCD. So for instance, the Syma X5C-1 comes here with an LCD display, shows you some information, really cool thing. And yeah, you can just take off here the pads. It's actually just like a game controller, which is also something which is only on entry-level quadcopters. It just feels like, we can have a look at this one here for the small drone I have, it feels really like a gamepad. And they are very easy to operate, but I would only want to have that on an entry-level quadcopter. You can see here we have a speed conversion, so there are different speeds like slow, moderate and fast, and you can just hit that button here to switch between the modes. Very useful if you're a beginner. And if you fly indoors also. Super flip mode. This is really cool, so it can do automatically flips and you will later see them. And it also comes with a 6-axis gyroscope. That's a 2.4 GHz remote. So yeah, it really was very stable in the air, and I was actually impressed. It was working almost a little bit better than on the Syma X5C-1. So it's really hard to tell because you should have same wind conditions, but indoors it was really good. You can switch on the remote control here. Beeps just like the Syma X5C-1 remote, so to connect to the quadcopter up and down, you will later see that. And you have LEDs on the backside of the quadcopter, so we'll just check this out a little bit later, and they should then stop flashing. You have here a lot of buttons, and just check out the user manual what they are doing, but there are some buttons which have no function. Because they are actually for the camera, and this one here doesn't come with a camera like the Syma X5C-1, so that's one of the differences. Then we can have a look at the backside. So actually the design here of the remote is really cool, but it looks kind of cheap, just like a toy for little kids. And here you can see the battery case, and in there we have 4 AA batteries. So they're not included, you have to insert them, you can use rechargeable ones, shouldn't make a difference. And that's the whole battery, here the antenna, LED right over there. Here the trims, so for that stick and for that stick. And well, that's the whole remote control. So now guys, let's quickly check out the quadcopter. And here it is. So really looks exactly like the Syma X5C-1, just a little bit different as you can see. And let's talk about the build quality. So it's actually very okay for the price. Here plastic, you can see that's very flexible, and I crashed it straight against the wall and it didn't break. So it seems to be quite stable. 2.4 gigahertz as you can see here at the top. We have here the fan blades. Here's a close-up of them, and you can see, well, the motors, they are very small, so in here you can see one, and it's actually very easy to replace them. Now, yeah, it looks the same here on all sides, but we can just turn it around, and what you can see here is we have here green LED, red LED and red LED. Now on this quadcopter it's different than on the Syma X5C-1 if I remember that correctly, so it's actually flying into the direction of the red LEDs. It's really strange, so I had to get used to that. But that's basically one of the main differences too. Here you can see the stands, and they're actually screwed here to the body. You can just remove them, just unscrew the screws here, but well, then you have to land on the chassis, and this is probably not the best thing. But well, they are very lightweight, so you don't save a lot of weight if you remove them. Then you see it actually comes with holes to mount a camera like the Mobius cam, or maybe there's an extra cam for that model. But there is no camera included, just like on here. So here you can see the camera of the Syma X5C-1. Here you should have the connector, and in there's another cable which goes to the main board of that thing. And it's a 2 megapixel camera. Really the camera quality wasn't the best, but it was working, and for $10 more, yeah, it was a nice thing to play around with. But if you would want to get a camera for the device, I would definitely recommend to get something like the Mobius cam, which isn't too expensive, but delivers awesome pictures, which you could also use in a different RC toy, different quadcopter. So it's really awesome. Check that camera out, guys. Now you can open up that battery case like this, so just slide it down and then flip it up. And you see on that quadcopter we have a green mainboard here inside, which doesn't come with so many connectors and components here. So I guess the mainboard is totally different than to the Syma X5C-1, which just looks the same like here from the outside. But let's open it up, and you can see there's a red mainboard inside with a lot of more components in there, a lot of more connectors, and well, maybe you can do more stuff with the Syma X5C-1. I'm not an expert in this, so please don't count me on that. I just dropped my phone. But well, the mainboard here, as I've said, looks very different. And I'm not really sure if you can connect a camera here to the mainboard, because I couldn't see actually a connector for it. I would have to dismantle it and check this out. Maybe you will see pictures of that on my blog. Now let's insert the battery, and you do it just like this. Slide it in, and then connect here the battery connector. So you can only put it in one direction. You cannot do anything wrong. Okay. So it's now connected. Now you can close here the battery case just like this. And what you do now is you actually switch it on. It comes with a power switch just like the Syma right over here. And when the battery is not empty, the LEDs should actually flash. And now you have to sync the remote control of the quadcopter. So you do it like that. You switch on the remote, and then you go up and down. And up again. Okay, I shouldn't do that. So you see, then you can actually take off. And well, pretty nice. So to calibrate the quadcopter, so to reset all the sensors and recalibrate it, you have to just put it on an even desk or something like that. You make sure you switch it on. And then you just sync it, I think. So there we go. Oh, I have to turn on the remote control. So just sync it. And now you move both sticks here. So actually the left stick here to the right bottom corner and the right stick to the left bottom corner. And then you just hold that for a couple of seconds. The LEDs are now flashing, and that means you have recalibrated the quadcopter and it's actually ready to take off. Okay. Then now we talked actually a lot about the quadcopter, so it's very similar to the Syma X5C-1, And you can see this is how it looks with those protection grids, or whatever that thing here is called, installed. And now I would say let's quickly go outside, let's do some tests, like a basic flight test, let's do some flips, and after this we'll just talk about my final conclusion about this quadcopter, if you should have a look at it instead of the Syma X5C-1, if it's any good, and something like that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so here's the quadcopter, and it's already synced to the remote control, as you can see, as you can tell by the LEDs, they are not flashing, as I've shown you before. And now, yeah, let's just try some flips. And actually, if I now throw it high up in the air, it should hover automatically if I give it enough power. So, well, let's try this out. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. And well, it's working. So, one of the rotors started to spin up later because of the gyroscope, I think. But you see, it's actually very stable. I mean, I'm a real quadcopter noob actually. I just had a couple of quadcopters. And it's still very easy to fly with it. So to hover here in the air, you just have to play a little bit around with the sticks. Do not move them too fast. But let's try the super flip mode. Let's press the button once. And you see, it does the flip automatically. Takes a bit of time to come back in a stable hovering mode. But let's try it again. So far it's looking really good. Okay, once again, we can just press it again, so you have a little delay between the flips, but let's try to hold it for a longer time. So it should do another one. No, you have to press all the time for another flip. You hear all the beeps here. Oh well, it crashed. But you see, the flip mode is really a lot of fun. You can also do the flips indoor. So we'll try that when we do the indoor flight. But now I would say let me practice a little bit, and then I will show you an outdoor flight with my buddy as cameraman. Because yeah, here like this on the tripod, it's not that cool.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I need you to hear and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. Simon. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
One has landed.
Okay guys, so we're now here at the end of this review, and here comes my final conclusion. Now this quadcopter, so the Huiying Toys, was released that year, so a couple of months ago. The Syma X5C was released earlier, and I think it's not a clone of it, because the internals are totally different. They're really one-to-one clones of the X5C-1, they just have a different name, so rebranded. But this one also comes with different internals, and I'm not sure if it's good or bad, but I'll just tell you my personal opinion. Now, it's still bad that it doesn't come with a low voltage warning or something like that, so it just drops down when the battery is empty, which wasn't that good when I took it out to fly over my pond, because I almost drowned it. Then, yeah, it's actually very lightweight, just like this one here, weighs almost exactly the same, but doesn't come with a camera. And the price difference is $13. And yeah, the remote control on the X5C-1, better, also more features. You can still turn off the lights here if you want to with the button. Headless mode is working perfectly nice. It's a bit more stable than the X5C-1 in my opinion and flips better. But well, it's just my personal opinion. I'm not such a pro quadcopter fan, but in reality they are very similar, but I have to say maybe the Huiying Toys flies a bit more stable, but also comes with less features. Now, I'm not sure about the battery. It's 100 mAh bigger, but I get the same flight time, like if I would just use the 500 mAh battery. So, could be fake. Definitely don't know how to prove that. Maybe I will get my battery tester very soon, but right now I cannot test it. All in all, it's not bad, but probably I would just go for the X5C-1 just because it's only a bit more expensive and $10 are really not a whole world. But if you buy the Mobius camera for sure, you could save some bucks and get maybe a better flight experience just a little bit here on the Huiying Toys. So the mainboard is actually completely different from the inside than on the X5C-1, different transmitter, well. So that's basically it, guys. All in all, it's not a bad quadcopter. If you want to get started with quadcopters, yeah, just do it. It comes with brushed motors, so probably they will burn down. Just make sure you get some spare parts, maybe even a spare battery. The replacement parts, they are very cheap. Just have a look at LightTake. Like one motor is retailing for $2, another battery for not even 10 or something like that. So make sure you get yourself some accessories and then you will have a lot of fun with this quadcopter. Like I just go outside for 10 minutes, fly something around, and it's really a lot of fun. So really nice entry-level quadcopters, the Syma X5C-1 and also the Huiying Toys. Once again guys, really thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the link down below in the description if you're interested. It was really a lot of fun to play around with those quadcopters. I can definitely recommend both if you want to get started, but you know, there are a lot of quadcopters. If you really want to go the pro way, I will just get a DJI quadcopter very soon. Just saving up some money because they're damn expensive, but really for entry level, for just trying to get used to it, it's really nice to have a look at both of those quadcopters. Thanks for watching guys, have a nice day and see you again in my next videos. Bye bye.